Okay. I'm back at it again. It's your boy, Brandon Chung. That's me. Or Brandon Campbell, too, but, I think I like Brandon Chung a little bit better. So, anyway, I got a new setup right now. I got all my, little sports cards laid out. I think the setup looks cool. Let me know, and if you like it or not. I love feedback, so anything I can get is fantastic. So, today, I'm talking about sports cards watch list, right? I'm gonna take you. I'm trying to take you step by step. First, I'm gonna tell you what is a sports card watch list. Second, I'm gonna tell you how to organize a sports card watch list. And third, I'm gonna explain to you how you can profit and become a great sports card investor off having that watch list. I'm gonna explain to you these three things, man. Let's get into it right now. What is a sports card watch list, you ask? A sports card watch list is a list of cards that you closely monitor for potential investing opportunity. That's what a sports card watch list is. In the investing world, people are going to watch list certain stocks, and when certain stocks fall under 20% or more in price, that's when smart investors start buying the stocks. So Warren Buffett probably has a watch list of 5 to 10 stocks, or maybe even less. Some people got 50 stocks. I personally watch list about 10 to 15 stocks myself. Some examples can include Chase Bank, Berkshire Hathaway, Bank of America. I personally like to find value within stocks and have a cash flowing asset for the stock world. So I am watching the stocks for potential buying opportunities. Same thing for sports cards. So you can have certain Michael Jordan cards, LeBron James cards, Kevin Durant cards under your own watch list, and you're going to check those prices daily, weekly, some sort of consistent flow. Then whenever the prices fall down to your standards, then you buy those cards. So that's step one. That's what is a watch list right there. Step number two, how to organize your watch list.
Now, what I want to do is click on my Excel spreadsheet. So I already have this made out. But basically, just get a blank spreadsheet, and on the top layer, you're going to write position, right? Because these are your titles. You're going to write position, the name of the player, the year of the player, whichever set you want, and the grading of the card. For purposes of this video and make it simple, I'm just choosing only players for Panini Prism sets, and I'm only choosing PSA 10 players as well. This way, nothing is complicated. Everything is simple. And so I'm talking about basketball. So I'm talking about point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and center. Okay, I'm going to fill out this sports card watch list, and I will be right back. Okay, now I've got all the ages for the players, all right? Now, on my computer, I'm going to show you how to search up the card. So let me search up the first one. Damian Lillard. Rookie. Damian Lillard, rookie PSA 10. Make sure that is for Prism. So this is the hottest set. It looks like this, if I can pull it up more. So this is what the hottest basketball card set is right now. Also, we're going to open something else. Now I'm going to go right here to the browser. I'm going to search up 130 point. Make sure you type in /sales. 130point.com/sales. Then it'll pull up to a page like this, right? So what do I do now? So I'm going to take this whole thing, I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to paste it here. Then just press submit. So now I'm going to see what these PSA 10s went for. Like this guy for 300. So I only want PSA 10, right? So if he bought 2 of those, that'd be like 270 a piece. 330 for PWCC. So, if you send your card out to PWCC, Probestein, ComC, it's likely your card's going to be sold for a little bit more. 290. Oh, these are April though. These are April. For the sake of this, let's just put 300. I'll show you how to do it again, all right? If you don't know already. I think most people do, honestly. Kyrie Irving rookie card Prism, PSA 10. Make sure that PSA is in there. And if you want to really make sure, you can like select the grades right here for PSA 10 just to make sure you have it exactly right. So that's not really a good indicator at all of what his price is. I was hoping for auction the bid or something. See, now here I see best offer, best offer. I see 210 buy it now, 250 buy it now. But these are April, early April. I want the prices right now. So I'm gonna take that same card and do it. I'm definitely not the first person to show this type of website, so I'm not taking any of the credit for showing you this. Okay, so I see a 242, so 240, that's BGS. 250, and then after that it's a while back. So I'm gonna say 250 for Kyrie Irving, right? So I'll be right back once I fill out all these players. Finally, I'm done. I'm done finally. Ooh. Okay, ready to see the spreadsheet? Here it is. Ah, okay, here it is. So you guys can just take a look at this however much you want to. This is rounded out numbers, and here it is. I have a couple asterisk marks in this one. Chris Middleton was extremely hard to find, so I only found one with 100, so I just put that. Gobert, I found nothing. So, sorry. I know I feel bad, but it is what it is. Then Mitchell Robinson, I could only find a silver prism, so I just did that. So it was $100. So and they're all PSA 10s. I don't know why I did all that. So basically, this is it. So what I showed you earlier with Damian Lillard and Kyrie Irving, I just did that for every single player. It took me a long time, but I did it. You know, the being a sports card investor requires work, requires you to stay organized and doing studying like this, like so. Now I can compare which player is more valuable than the other one. It's a really smart way to just organize your investment sheet. I mean, this is what I do with my stocks too. I organize them by price per earnings ratio, and I see which company is the cheapest. Now, does the price verify a great value? I don't know. So you'll see something like, oh, D'Angelo Russell, $50. That's a snag, way better than everything else. But you have to look at the value of the player first. And Sports Card Investor said this, so shout out to him, not me. And this is very true. Even if one player is a little bit better than the other, their card is going to be worth so much more because prices grow at an exponential rate. I was looking at these three dudes earlier, and yes, in my opinion, I think the prices for Karl Anthony Towns, Joel Embiid, and Nikola Jokic all look good. They've barely gone up since even January, February. They've each only went up so that's a problem with investing in centers, and I mean, they're so underrated, but still it does. I mean, it's unfortunate to say that. That's why I love John Collins too, but then again, is he going to get the respect? I don't know. It's enough looking. It's enough talking about the spreadsheet, right? So I already explained to you what the spreadsheet is. The spreadsheet is just making all these subtitles and everything, right? I show you how to organize it step by step. That's number 2. And now, number 3, how to make profit. How do I make profit off the sports card watch? Right now, I'm going to analyze these players, right? Now, here comes the 2K ratings again. Now, I'm just going to throw these 2K ratings in. Again, I'm just using this as a benchmark, but that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I did it. Again. I have every 2K rating down. So this just gives me a little bit more of a benchmark. It's just more data to help me out. It just gives me more data to see if anybody is a great deal. Okay, this is my even more revised spreadsheet. So I have the 2K ratings upgraded, and I have the PSA 10 quantities for every single player here. Well, not for Rudy Gobert. And Mitchell Robinson, this is his silver prism amount. Okay, now you can see I did green, yellow. I literally just went shadow and I can press this down arrow and I can change colors. So by the looks of it, I have a few, things I want to talk about. This is just my personal opinion, right? But I think center is just not a good investing position to go with. Not all positions are created equal. I think Nikola Jokic maybe, because the Nuggets might turn up the playoffs. Nikola Jokic, without him, the Nuggets don't run at all. The Nuggets don't do anything. So that's why I put him on the maybe. And about 400 cards, his quantity is very low. That's good. Now I have some green dudes. I'll talk about green dudes later. But the red dudes, I said no to Luka, man. I love Luka. I'm a Dallas Mavericks fan. I remember 2011 like it was yesterday. But I mean, it's just a lot of quantity, over 10,000 cards, and $500 for this particular card. I might look for another brand or somewhere else, not Prism. As far as all these rookies, Kobe White, John Morant, Zion, I'm saying no to all of them for right now, because they have played less than 1 year, and so that's not enough resume at all to give me any sort of indication they will be superstar potential, right? They haven't given me any of that. Luka's a little bit different. As you see, like he's 96 overall in 2K. That means he has to do something. He's an all-star starter in the Western Conference, which is insane. And I have some more greens up here as well. And then the whites is saying, I don't know if their price is good or bad. So those might be yellow. For Kemba Walker, this might be controversial. I'm gonna lean toward red. Not all the way red. I don't know what color to put that. This is weird. He's in between like absolutely no and a maybe, because he is playing for the Boston Celtics, all-star point guard, but there just doesn't seem to be the demand, the hype for Kemba like there is for other players. And I think he's already too old, man, like 28, 29. So how much more can he develop? Okay, so basically, I'm gonna keep going, right? But how to profit off this sports card watch list? It's basically what I'm doing right here. I can completely identify these prices, all the prices for the Prism players. I can identify the 2K ratings and the benchmarks, and I can see how much quantity there is. I personally think Luka Doncic will be a superstar player, high caliber, but he's got so many PSA 10s, and there will be more. So there's no scarcity within that. There's no supply advantage. There might be a demand advantage. But when I look at like Luka Doncic versus Jason Tatum, I've got a different opinion. Jason Tatum has about 30% of the cards Luka does. And I think Tatum will be a superstar as well. He's 88 overall, so he's like a bit lower than Luka Doncic right now. I think, Boston Celtics, large market team, the most historic franchise. I think if he wins a championship with that team, I think that would be marvelous, absolutely marvelous. So his card price would increase there. See, so from surface level, of course Luka Doncic is better. But when you start looking into it like a sports card investor would, you start looking at the price, you start looking at their actual 2K ratings, their values, you start looking at PSA grades, you start looking at large market versus small market teams. And then all of these little things factor in to whether a card can make a good investment or not. So also, I would say Zion, he has got a lot of potential too. But the problem is, it's still his only first year. And 650, that's a lot, man. I mean, just for a Prism base card. And this year's not even over, and there's already 2,000 cards. That's a lot. That's a lot. I'm saying, why not try to diversify your portfolio and pick up a John Collins? Right? I'm looking at it, $50 versus $650 for Zion. John Collins plays for a large market team with in Atlanta. I believe Atlanta in general, like the whole city, has a lot of demand for it, has a lot of hip hop culture, has a lot of things going on, right? And they have the same 2K rating, right? So the benchmark for those players are pretty close. And right now there's only 150 John Collins PSA 10. I'm sure there could be 3,000 or something, but still not 10,000 or 20,000. But again, surface level, okay, Zion is over John Collins, but you get in the weeds. Oh, John Collins is a way better investment. So that's how you can make profit off the sports cards. Yes, I pick up Zion for 650, but how long will it take for his card to double? It's gonna take a while, because he's got to do so many things right, and it's got to be the right time and everything. John Collins is proven. He's its third year in. I'm saying for 50, it can easily jump to 100. Because yes, I say no to centers, but he's more power forward. He can make those pretty hardcore dunks. He gets oops off Trae Young. I think that's a very exciting basketball right there. So I'm high on John Collins. I'll tell you right now, he's in my top 5. That's for sure. Let me do another comparison. I'm talking about Ja Morant versus Damian Lillard in terms of an investment. Again, face value, you're saying, well, Ja Morant's better, right? Just because he's more exciting, has more potential. I bet that's what some people. But let's get into the weeds a bit. Ja Morant, it's his rookie year, right? He might be rookie of the year, but okay. So was Tyreek Evans. So was Malcolm Brogdon, right? So there's plenty of rookie of the years. Who knows? Damian Lillard, he's basically a future Hall of Famer. Damian Lillard, he makes all NBA teams, all stars. He shoots from deep. He's exciting. He's playing at we're talking about an 84 overall card. He might be 86, even 88, Ja Morant, but he's not 95, right? And Damian Lillard is, right? Damian Lillard is that guy. And I'm talking about supply. Ja Morant, already 1,100 cards. With the virus, right? So when the virus completely stops and, basketball resumes and everything, there's going to be so many cards popping up. Damian Lillard, this is the first year of Prism, so 450 isn't going to get much higher. So I think there is going to be still an amazing demand for supply, an amazing opportunity for its price to increase, and I think Damian Lillard's a future Hall of Famer, so he has a resume, and let alone if he somehow wins a championship or goes to the finals, like that's crazy. So this is how you make profit off the sports card watch list. Before I go, I got another thing. So I'm gonna take the average price for each position, right? Here's how I do this. I do the left click, hold, I drag all the way down, and I go here, press this button. I'm gonna go to totals, and I'm gonna hit average. So the average card is $177. So I'm saying, so why is that important? Because I have an average for each position. So if I'm calculating these star point guards, they're probably average anywhere from 150 to 200. So I'm thinking, okay, if I think a superstar player is like $150, I've got to snack him. But Ben Simmons is interesting. I don't know. If he can develop a jump shot, I'm all in. But he can't shoot free throws. He can't shoot three-pointers. And that's what this game is about. The 76ers, I love them. But I don't know if him and Joel Embiid are going to mesh together on the court well enough for a championship run. I mean, it's possible, but they got to get along. I'm thinking Trae Young. He's too new. I don't know. He's too new in my. So I'm going to put the sum right here. I mean, not the sum, the average. So this is the average for point guards. Now I'm just going to do the same thing. Look at the average. about 200 apiece. It's inflated by Luka, so it's about 200 with Luka, and it's 155 without him. So I'm talking your shooting guards, they'll probably be about 100, 150 to 200 apiece. So if you think Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is gonna pop, that $100 is a steal then. But personally, I don't know enough about a lot of these players to really have an input. I know about Damian Lillard, that's for sure. Not Ja Morant, not Kobe White. See, that's also the thing. I don't understand Ja Morant, so he's a red for now. If I understand him more and I believe his game will go to another level, then I might change my mind. So I'm saying the average is 150 for a shooting guard. For Luka, I've got to pay 3 times as much for a premium. And there are 10,000 Lukas, so there's not a supply advantage. I'm out. Your boy Donovan Mitchell, though, he is less than the average, which I don't understand. Donovan Mitchell he's pretty good and young. I think the Jazz are going somewhere, even though they're a small market team. They are so all around at every position. They have so many different players. 3,000 cards? That's not good or bad, but it's not a deal breaker. I would go with Donovan. I've heard a lot of good things about Devin Booker too. Of course I watched him a lot, but for 170, it could be a good deal. Me? Just give me more Donovan. So basically, that's another tip for the watch list. That's another way to differentiate. We'll do one more. We'll do power forward. So it's about 550. Without Giannis, so this is with Giannis, and this is without Giannis. So I'm talking about 330, right? I'm thinking AD, I've got to pay double. I'm thinking that's not that bad. Personally, I don't have $775. I would rather buy more Donovans and more of another player. In my opinion, though. Pascal, I don't see the superstar potential in him. Not right now. He's not in this prime yet, which is insane. But I think for Jason Tatum, there's definitely superstar potential. And these are very common picks. But smart investors know this is a very good potential pickup. So I'm thinking I'm paying under the power forward benchmark for Jason Tatum card. I think under the power forward average, I think that's a steal. So let me go take Jason Tatum. So now let me do all the players. I'm gonna do every single 106. Okay. Oops. Whoa. Okay. Now I've got each position on its own, right? Then I'll do the same thing. So I'll take those. They'll average those out too. So this is a total average. So right here, it costs $262 on average for a Prism rookie star. So 262, I'm thinking For overall, 280 Jason Tatum, yeah. So basically, what I'm saying is, this helps you make a better decision because if you know what the market average is, it'll just help you analyze things a lot better. Just make things more clear. The Kawhi, that's an interesting one. I don't know. I'll say for me personally, right? You know, 125 for Nikola Jokic or 110 for Mitchell. I think I know what I'm doing. I mean, the stats, right? Nikola Jokic, but he's not exciting. He can't do flashy junks or crossovers. So you have to look at the attention. Okay, so if I'm looking at the entire spreadsheet, it's going to come out around $260 per player. So this is basically the benchmark for all of my personal prism picks throughout all the positions, throughout all the years. So this $260 really helps me evaluate what some undervalued assets are, what some undervalued deals are. So Damian Lillard is on par with the average price, which is unbelievable. Jason Tatum is as well, which is unbelievable. So I believe all these different factors. So I believe properly organizing your watch list and understanding what your watch list is will help you organize properly with your 2K rating, with your PSA 10 amounts, with organizing all the prices of the cards. All of these various factors will help you identify which cards are profitable and which cards are not profitable. Anyway, let's get back to the conclusion.
If you want to hear my top 5 players to get from the sports card watch list, sorry, man, but you gotta wait until next episode, man. I'm so sorry. But I explained the 3 things to you. I told you 1, what the sports card watch list was. 2, how to organize the sports card watch list. And 3, how to profit from the sports card watch list. And you gotta tune in next episode to find out who my top 5 are. And my top 5 is no particular order, but I think those are 5 great investments just for Prism. Anyways, it's been your boy. I'm glad to give this content to you. Okay. Until next time.